Hey Nanette,
Yeah.
guess what I got today?
What did you get?
I was at a reptile show and I picked up some isopods. Have you ever heard of isopods?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I just got some. So I'm going to try these isopods out. It's something new. I know I do geckos, but we're going to try these isopods out. Can you get some food so that I can feed these isopods?
Like maybe zucchini?
Zucchini
Will
would
that
be
work?
perfect. That would
Okay.
be perfect. I'm going to go down and put them away.
Okay.
Hey Nanette.
Yeah, I'm making a sandwich.
Oh, perfect timing.
Where have you been?
I went out in the snow and everything, the 2 feet of snow that we have out there.
The
In
snow?
the snow. And I visited a friend, Ryan McVeigh, and guess what he gave me?
Oh, I gotta call Ryan, don't I?
Yes, you have to call Ryan. He gave me 3 different new isopods. Remember a couple of weeks ago I got the other isopods?
And we weren't gonna get a whole bunch.
We weren't going to get, this isn't a whole bunch. This will fit right in with the other ones. It's just a little bit of space. It's not that bad. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
After my lunch, because that's
After
way,
your lunch.
after my lunch.
Mine.
Oh, because that's way more important. Can you make some food for the isopods? I'm going to go put these away, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. More isopods. I wonder if isopods like carrots. I probably need more of that.
I got it.
Okay, thanks.
Guess what I got?
My package came in. I needed more chai.
No, my package. This is more isopods.
No.
Yes.
You said you were just going to have a few.
This is only a few. This is just a few. This is it. This is it. So we've got about 6 or 7 cultures going. I think this is it. I'm having so much fun with this hobby. Can you do me a favor? Can you make some food for these isopods?
Sure.
Okay, good. I'm gonna
After
go.
my chai?
Yeah, I guess that's okay. I'm gonna go
All
put
right.
them away.
More. Oh, we're going to need that now. Maybe Crystal's fish food will work. That should be enough, I think.
Hey, Nanette.
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen.
Just got back from the reptile show.
I just got back from grocery shopping.
Perfect timing then. I didn't have to do grocery shopping. You didn't have to go to the reptile show with me.
Win-win.
Guess what I got?
Geckos, what kind?
Not geckos, more isopods. This is a blast. This hobby is a blast. Yes, I know.
For
I know.
who?
For what do you mean for who? This is for us. This
You're
is
enjoying
us.
this?
I'm enjoying it that much. We're getting some babies. Are really taking off. I'm gonna put them away. Can you make some food for me?
Yeah, I just got back from the store. Will they eat butternut squash?
Perfect. Absolutely
I'll
perfect.
share my squash.
See you down there.
Yeah.
Hey, Nanette.
Yeah.
Guess what I got?
Can you? Yeah. Oh, I'm not even asking.
Don't you want to know what they are?
What is it this week?
More isopods.
Oh,
Of course.
awesome.
More isopods. So I got a
Awesome.
special deal,
Uh-huh.
and now we're up to about 100 different species.
And we have a new rack built, I'm
We
assuming?
have 2 new racks built
Oh.
because I need a rack for the babies too.
And this happened when I was at work?
This happened when you were at work. What do you think? Do we have enough room?
Well, you're the one that's got the rack built, so apparently we do.
Can you, I hate to ask you, but can you make some food for all the isopods? I'll be
Yeah.
downstairs putting these guys away.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, I guess we're gonna need more potatoes, bigger amounts. This is getting like I'm shopping for the isopods and not the house. Maybe we'll just go with a big container isopod food this week. That'll work. Food's ready!
Hello Isopod fans, this is Wally with Supreme Isopods again. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the video, welcome to the longest introduction you have ever seen on one of our videos. Let's go ahead and talk about isopod foods and the schedule that we use to feed our isopods. Now there's going to be a big difference whether you keep isopods as a cleanup crew in your gecko or other animal enclosures, or if you keep isopods as pets. If you keep them as a cleanup crew, a lot of this information won't be relevant. If you keep them as pets in small enclosures, this is going to be very, very important for your feeding schedules. So let's talk about our schedule. We feed every 6 to 7 days. We'll feed on a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday, and that's for me so that I don't forget. Now, there's one food that's extremely important that you're feeding your isopods, and we're going to talk about that right at the end. For our isopods, we feed basically 2 different types of food, dry and vegetable or moist foods. Every single feeding that we do for our isopods, they get a dry food and they get a moist food. And on top of all of that, every other feeding that we do, we give one bonus food. So what dry foods do we feed our isopods? Well, the number one is Supreme Isopod Chow. You knew I couldn't do this video without talking about the Supreme Isopod Chow. I'm going to throw the link to our store down in the description. Check it out, and you can find our Supreme Isopod Chow there and other foods for isopods. Another dry food that we feed is fish flake, and we use fish flakes a lot. This is a very important food in our feeding schedule, and I think it should be in yours as well. And our other main dry food is a sinking fish pellet. Now, the normal vegetables that we like to feed are zucchini, carrots, cucumbers, squash, broccoli when my wife makes it and I scrape it off my plate and take it downstairs and give it to the isopods. I mentioned a bonus food that we give our isopods. That bonus food can be dried mealworms, it can be dried fish, dried prawn, which is a shrimp, and also mushrooms. Now that's about 90 to 95% of the foods that we're feeding our isopods, but we do feed some special foods as well. We feed a lot of crusted geckos, and sometimes we have food left over in the dishes. I scrape the dishes clean, and that dried crusted gecko diet can go right to the isopods. Speaking of geckos, I also feed gecko poop to the isopods. This gecko poop is so high in nutrients, it's just a perfect food for the isopods. I don't do this often, but I do feed gecko poop to the isopods. And unfortunately, occasionally we have a gecko expire at Supreme Gecko, and I'll take that gecko and sometimes put it into an isopod enclosure to see how they react with that expired gecko. For special bonus moist foods, I like to feed bananas, apples, and pears. And oh my gosh, do isopods love bananas. One of my favorite times of the year is Halloween. Why is that? Because of all the candy and scaring the kids and everything? Not quite. It's because of the pumpkins. I collect the pumpkins, we cut them up and feed them right to the isopods. Isopods love pumpkins. What's the one thing that I enjoy the most in life? Okay, I heard somebody say Nanette. Yeah, Nanette. What's the next most favorite thing in my life? Okay, the family. What's the next important, most favorite thing in my life? Okay, the geckos. The point I'm trying to get to is one of my most favorite things in life is working with Excel spreadsheets, as a lot of you know. So because of that, I had to put together a spreadsheet showing you our schedule of feeding the isopods down in our facility. Let's go take a look at that right now. So this is a very basic sheet. I have 12 different weeks, and I have the foods that we would normally feed in general, and it doesn't have to be this specific, but these are generally the foods that we would feed for each week. Let's take the first week. It would be Supreme Isopod Chow and zucchini. The second week would be Supreme Isopod Chow again and zucchinis, and we might throw in that dried mushrooms. The third week, we would use something different for a dry food, maybe throw in some flake food, and use carrots, something completely different. The fourth week, we would go back to the Supreme Isopod Chow and zucchini. So you can see a pattern developing here where we use significantly Supreme Isopod Chow and zucchini and carrots and squash. And then once in a while, once every couple of weeks, we'll throw in a bonus food. Now you can also see that we throw in some special foods throughout this schedule as well. Whenever I think about one of these special foods, I'll go ahead and throw it into the isopod enclosure and let them enjoy a special meal. Get through the 12 weeks, rinse and repeat. It starts all over again. Okay, what's the most important food for isopods? I bet most of you already know this. If you do, put a comment down below. See if you can beat me in saying what the most important food is, because I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to thank everybody for jumping onto my Buy Me a Coffee page. Again, the link will be down in the first comment, and supporting Supreme Gecko. And I just want to take a second and thank those real quick that have supported Supreme Gecko the last couple of weeks. Thank you very much, Heather C., Sherry E., and JP for supporting Supreme Gecko. Thank you also members Scott Maroney, Matt Kripka, Andrew from DEA Exotics, Sherry Edwards, Bob Mayer, and family. Thank you very much. We also had 3 consultations this week. I want to thank you folks for helping me help you with your issues and your questions. So did you beat me? Did you put a comment down below on what's the most important isopod food? I have a video I'll share the link to right up here, but because isopods are detritivores, which means that they eat dead or decaying leaves and wood and plant matter, the most important food for isopods, obviously then, is decaying wood and leaves. Always, always, always make sure that you have crumbled leaves in your isopod enclosures. Every single one of your isopods should have that. I hope you enjoyed and liked the video. Make sure that you subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.